And we be back. Alright. Wandering through the woods, telling stupid stories, I guess. I don't know. I guess there are other...
really need to do this?
Oh yeah, I was gonna... Hell!
I'll take you down! I must try to fight right away!
Okay. No, they don't like Earth.
Looks like we win.
Yeah. Squawk to you too.
Ready, everyone?
Earthborn! Beat the crap out of it.
Okay, you. You just don't have a weakness. Why were they telling me about fire in the beginning?
Purify the earth! Purify the earth!
I need assistance!
Nice job, Nickleo!
You've been slacking off, haven't you?
That was a tough enemy. Let's prepare for our next battle.
Hanging here left. It's hard to see out the left side, but such are the sacrifices we make with fashion. Right. Let's see. I told the adventures, well, the beginnings of the Charlie Squad. Charlie Squad. Well, I did talk about how Charlie always needs to be, like, the rogue character, like, when we play D&D and whatnot, so... Actually, in a lot of games, he just has the need to be the rogue character. He's that guy. He's the guy that has to be the rogue, but isn't very good at being the rogue. Mainly due to Charlie logic. So, we had this one campaign, and there was a bad bit of, how do I put this? We had a bad bit of luck with basically running across backstabbable things, I guess is a way to put it. A lot of constructs and undead, basically. Well, we're going off a pre-made module with some like forgotten king or some shit, and some kind of forgotten king nonsense, like going in the graveyard and there were like these wargs outside. I think the wargs were like the one thing in the entire fucking module that had a fucking discernible anatomy or something that could be affected by, you know, injuries to a, you know, vital points. Everything else were like these minor constructs and just undead shit. So, obviously, you know, House of an ancient structure. Story time's on hold.
This forest was a ruin too. We haven't found a ruin yet that wasn't crawling with hellions. The malevolence really is widespread.
I'm sorry.
It tears me up inside seeing all these ruins defiled. But if we purify the Hellions while we explore the ruins, isn't that like two birds with one stone? Think about how jealous of our adventures literally every other historian and archaeologist will be.
You're such a sweet, simple soul. You know that?
Huh?
You're right. Fretting over this won't get us any closer to our answers. We should all take a page out of Mikleo's book and laugh at our worries.
And if Saray thinks you're happy-go-lucky, I think Mikleo's in shock.
Let's get going, touchy-feely Mikleo.
Hey, you're doing this on purpose.
Or for short, Touchy-feelio.
No, no nicknames.
Anyway. So, Jeff has this thing about, you know, adding... We have like the modules or whatever that we're doing, and then, you know, adds in little bits and bobs, you know. Like, there's not technically a secret room at this point on the map for, you know, the module, but oh hey. But so we ended up getting into the secret area that Jeff made, and we ended up fighting shadow clones of ourselves. It was one of those, you know, oh, you must conquer yourself. Ooh, hey, fully restores Alex HPSC and 3 blast gauges and heals KO. Now that's an elixir.
Could this be elixir?
The all-healing panacea made by Mount Tellus?
Oh my, what a delightful butterfly.
Whoops, I guess it's random o'clock again.
Anyway, the elixir. You think it's the real thing?
According to the Celestial Record, the methods used to make elixir were lost ages ago.
And look, an icky beetle going creepo crawl.
Guess we won't know for sure unless we try it.
You think that's safe?
It'll just be a drop. Whoa, I feel rejuvenated.
It is the real thing.
Nice. Wish we could just buy this at the store.
That'll be difficult. The only remaining elixir left in the world of humans is in custody of the church.
The church, huh?
Ran out of bugs, I take it.
So yeah, we were in one of those defeat thyself situations, and, you know, I was running a sorcerer at the time and had a Will-o'-the-Wisp as a familiar, fucked up as that may seem, but I wanted a... It's like we'd gone so, you know, stock and barrel for so long, it was kind of just like, I kind of want something a little, you know, a little more unique. So I got a Will-o'-the-Wisp. So the clone Will-o'-the-Wisp was being a right bastard. Anyway, we were Victorio in combat, and as such, we got a bunch of, you know, DM custom magic items crafted to our character. Like our fighter.
Our Soray's capabilities as a shepherd. Well, I think he's quite talented.
I think you're kind of overrating him.
And his friendship with you makes it all the better.
I think you're definitely overrating that.
But, you know, the fighter used a bamboo stack. Paper leaves that have bamboo ground into their fibers, lightweight yet sturdy. But yeah, you know, the fighter was using a halberd, so he got this, you know, pimp ass fucking halberd. Oh hey, you blend in really well. What the fuck does focus do anyway? Whatever. Yeah, he got it acted, in retrospect, it turned out to be really fucking overpowered, because it functioned as one size category larger than, its damage functioned as acted as if it were one size category larger than what it was. And a halberd's already a large weapon. So it was a large weapon that he used, you know, that he used with 2 hands, but its damage was as if it were a huge weapon. And we kind of developed the tactic of me casting a large person on him, which makes his, you know, everything but one size category larger. So yeah, that got kind of stupid real quick. But he got that. I got a ring that since I was a sorcerer, I got a ring that I could store spell
I can
charge,
sense
or
the ancient tongue. We're near one.
I could store spell levels in it, and we'll go into that in a second. Earn enough grade, you'll increase the Lord of the Land's blessing level for that area. Each time the blessing level in an area goes up, new boons affecting the area become available to be configured at save points. Blessing level also affects the maximum boon cost total, so if it's boons you want, start stockpiling grade. Okay. But, yeah, I got a ring that I could store, spell levels in. I could and however many spell level, for every spell level I stored in it, basically, if it's like, well, I got 3 level 1 spells, we're about to rest, I could just, like, focus those 3 level 1 spells into the ring and get 3 charges. Or if I had 2 level 2 spells, I could get, 4 charges on it.
Is it over?
And, which also kind of got a little overpowered at a point, because what it was every spell level that I had stored in it, I could basically shoot 1 magic missile out of it. Pretty much I nuked a boss with a ray of magic death. Because I just was like, well, we're sleeping now.
I think I
Let's
did.
just pour all the rest of my, my magical reserves into this fucking ring every time we went to sleep. Well, the thing is, what Charlie got, he was a rogue. He got an amulet that gave him an extra.
I just saw a monolith written in
It gave him an extra D6 of backstab. I don't know how I don't know what Jeff was thinking with that, but he gave him. He just basically wore an amulet that made his backstab 1d6 better. Which, in a way, was kind of taking the piss out of it, because we hadn't, for like the last 2 modules, we hadn't fought anything that could be backstabbed. And in this one, we were still fighting things that could not be fucking backstabbed at all.
Guess we should do this.
Well, we come to another one of those rooms. What the fuck kind of a combo is that? But,
Everyone okay?
yeah. So he basically gave him, here's the, I forgot what he didn't name it or anything. It was basically, it's like, yeah, here's the amulet of backstab, and there's nothing to fucking backstab. Well, we come across another secret room that Jeff just kind of added in. And in this one, wow, that fucked them up. In this one,
When it's go time, we go all the way.
Overdo it and you'll just exhaust yourself, Saray.
All things in moderation, as they say.
so we enter a room with a bunch of chains just dangling from the walls, and in the middle of the room, I forgot what like the lore name is, but it's a chain demon. It's one of those demon things, a demon made entirely out of chains. It possesses chains, it can control chains, it's, an S&M person's probably patron saint. Anyway, yeah, so, Chain Demon. Chain Demon can't be backstabbed, it doesn't have a discernible anatomy. I'll continue the story after the scene.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, it's the boss fight. Okay, well, while the boss is fighting the boss, let's see what we got first. Use both vertical and horizontal, may be tricky to dodge them all. If you're not sure, sorry, don't try to dodge. Guarding is probably safer. The most dangerous attacks are those that hit you from unexpected angles. What doesn't it like? Physical? Well, Earth isn't on there. But yeah.
Is this like the plant boss of the area? No, it looks like a mutant Hellion, like Ouroboros. Mutant Hellion? It's probably the effect of the anomalous orbs.
Just like the ones Knight Arthur and Echidna had.
Let's keep our guard up.
And get the little bastards out of the way.
I better get it free.
Alright. Okay.
What a formidable opponent!
Okay. So, so Mr. Charlie here decides he's gonna sneak around the perimeter of the room. Oh, well, there's probably a scene after this. Fuck. Oh, power links. Within any given enemy route, there may be a number of low-ranked enemies, but never let your guard down. Certain enemies can perform power links with each other, enormously inflating their power and making them immune to status ailments. Watch out for enemies that flash red. Defeat a linked enemy to sever and disable the power link. Okay.
Now the blessing should return to Marlin.
Saray!
Alicia! Eat this!
That was an interesting monster noise it made.
You couldn't see it, could you? So the Squire's Pact is affecting you.
No, I just wasn't paying attention.
Alicia and Mikleo nearly died because of you.
Well, I'm not dead, and Saray was only hiding it for Alicia's sake.
I understand that, but even so, he's at his limit.
I know.
Saray,
Alicia! Thank goodness.
don't worry about me. It looks like we were able to expand Rohan's domain. Well, that's that. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I do want to check in on Lucas's crew.
Here.
Thanks.
Ooh. Fucking rocks. Yeah. So, Charlie's squad decides to go sneaking around the perimeter of the room with all the fucking chains in it with the chain demon while the rest of us engage it in combat. He wants to backstab it, and it's like, oh. I get it, he doesn't understand, he didn't know that it couldn't be backstabbed. And the thing possesses chains, so obviously it knows where he is, but he's rolling really well on his moves silently and his sneak checks. Jeff was gonna let him backstab the fucker and let it work just because he felt sorry for him. And he's rolling fucking awesome. He's rolling fucking awesome. Literally one more fucking turn and he would have been right behind it and he could have backstabbed it. Then he rolls a 1. And trips and falls on his fucking face. Did I read this? There are various types of resistance displayed in blue when dealing with a resistant enemy. Resist damage is held, the enemy will defend more easily. Restrain damage inflicted, but the enemy cannot be staggered. Ineffective, reduced by 90%. Reflect, damage reflected at you. Hey, I didn't read that one. So, yeah. And he just right flat on his face. Next turn, who kills it? The sorcerer with a fucking Kasarigama. Because I always had to use the weird ass shit. I was running the sorcerer with a fucking Daikatana and a Kasarigama. 18 charisma, 18 strength, and it's like, fuck robes, I'm wearing a leather jacket. Because I'm an asshole like that. Hey, quicken spell True Strike, plus 20 insight bonus on your next attack. Yeah, it uses level 5 spell charge, but hey, if you're a sorcerer, as long as you got level 5 spells, you can pull that out of your ass whenever you want to. And just fucking decimate shit if they decide, I'm gonna kill the Cluffy! That one was always trying to invent really crazy shit, and it pissed off the party all the time. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Adios.